And we're back getting ready for the second half here at Mcallen Veterans Memorial Stadium. And the Mcallen High Bulldogs lead the San Benito Greyhounds 21-14 as we get ready for the third quarter. Take a look at the halftime stats for these two teams as you see the San Benito Greyhounds underneath the giant helmet there, getting ready to burst out and get ready for the second half. But you see the stats there is favoring Mackay. Look at the first downs, 12-5, and then the passing yards, a little bit of favor of Mackay there, but not too much. And then the rushing yards was big for the Bulldogs, 199-72, and then the total yards, 274-116. So Mackay about 2.5 times as many yards there. Even on penalties, turnovers, just one. That was on Mackay. Right there before the end of the first half, the last play of the first half there, Mario, almost turned into a disaster.
Sure did. And you know, this is a game where San Benito has taken a lot of punches by the Bulldogs. Bulldogs offense doing a good job, and so is the defense. As you take a look at the Bulldogs coming out of their own big helmet balloon. But the San Benito Greyhounds should be happy, only down 21-14. And Mark, the big play for the San Benito, keeping them in the game as we take a look at that last play, that crazy play where Hobart tried to make something out of nothing, really. And here's where he lost the ball, and by Brandon Juarez. And then Brandon Juarez was on his way down. It looked like he was on his back when he fumbled, kind of pitching it forward to his friend Chris Padilla. And Padilla was off to the races. In the background, the San Benito players were going crazy. Then Jose Reyes with an assist, but all for naught as a play was called back because of an illegal block. That was a crazy ending. I don't know if I've seen something like that. Have you, Mark, in a long time?
Yeah, that was with 2 seconds left in the first half. The last, what we thought would be the last play of the first half, but an illegal block thrown by San Benito on the return of the fumble, and that negated the touchdown. However, San Benito did have one more down because it was technically an offensive foul, not a defensive. Once they picked up the fumble, they became the offense in effect, and so they were given one more down, but San Benito electing not to take any chances after seeing what had just happened with Mackay. They just took a knee. And so it was a lot of excitement, but no change in the score.
And let's see if the Bulldogs are going to go ahead and kick it off, because the last time they did that, it was a 97-yard return for a touchdown. I don't think they will kick it deep.
And this will be number 84, Frankie Gonzalez, to kick off. And this will go high, angling toward the sideline a little bit and way out of the back of the end zone. Boy, Gonzalez got everything into that, and that'll come out to the 25-yard line for San Benito.
Some coach must have talked to him and said, if you're going to kick it deep, make sure it goes into the end zone.
Yeah, it looked like he kicked it all the way into his math classroom or something. That ball sailed. Of course, the campus out behind the north end zone.
And the Greyhounds finished the half on a high note, and let's see if they're able to continue here in the third quarter.
Okay, so San Benito in their traveling white uniforms, the purple helmets moving left to right. Mackay in their home purple and gold as they Greyhounds hand this off on a sweep to the right side. And a big run there for Vasquez, number 14, who crosses the 30 up to about the 33. And it's a gain of, it's like a gain of 8 on the play.
A good gain on a sweep to the right. He had Christian Sierra helping out, and Vasquez gaining 8 yards on the defensive tackle for the Bulldogs, Armando Garces.
So 2nd and 2, handoff Castile will hand this off to the up back, and a big first down there. That's Christian Sierra. And he gets across the 40 up to about the 41-yard line, a gain of 8 on the play.
And a tackle right there by Paul Zielinski. Not only did he make the tackle, but he also demonstrated good sportsmanship as he helped Christian Sierra up after he hit him hard.
So here they go on 1st and 10 at their own 41. Flare pass to the left is caught there by Javier Ortiz, and he is brought down by Andrew Martinez, number 2, in the nice open field tackle there by Martinez, and holds him to a gain of 4.
And although those short passes are only gaining short yards, it does more than just the 4-yard gain that they have. It keeps the defense for the Bulldogs guessing. What are they going to do? Are they going to run up the middle? Are they going to pitch out to the left or right? And they're also worried about those quick tosses.
Just started the third quarter. Mackay 21, San Benito 14. Greyhounds in their first possession. Handoff Sierra, nowhere to go. He's bottled up in the backfield by a couple of Bulldogs. Looks like number 65, Adair Quiroz, the defensive end, and also 21, Armando Garces in there. And Martinez coming in there late.
And they actually lost yards on that play. So it's a 3rd and 8. But the San Benito Greyhounds have been very balanced today. They've been able to gain some yards in the air. Came in here not with a real good passing attack, but they're doing a good job.
Greyhounds just 3 for 8 on 3rd down. Facing a 3rd and 8 in a pistol formation. Hand this off Sierra with the option to the left side. He's going to be hit by Martinez. Breaks that tackle, still going, and fights his way for the first down. Finally pushed out of bounds by Ruben Gutierrez, but not before Sierra's second effort picks up a first down for San Benito.
And that's exactly what happened there. Give Sierra this first down. He was hit. There was no way he was going to get the first down. It was a pretty good hit, but there was no wrapping by the defensive player, and that allowed Sierra to break the tackle and gain enough yards for a first down. Greyhounds are now at the Bulldog 49 with a 1st and 10.
Yeah, good second effort there by Sierra. Their 3rd first down of this drive that started at their own 25. So Castillo in the pistol once again, has Sierra to his left. And a fumble on the snap, ball loose, and Castillo has to fall on it. I think he wanted to hand off to Sierra, but took his eyes off the football, it looked like, and had to simply fall on it, and they lose 4 yards.
And although it was a bad play, some confusion, as Castillo never really got full control of the ball, but Sierra did a good job of coming in there and recovering the fumble. A good bounce for the San Benito Greyhounds.
So 2nd down, 14. Just over 9 minutes to play 3rd quarter, and here's Sierra. Looks like he wants to throw. He is a backup quarterback, and now he's going to reverse his field, go back to the left side, and he's hit about the line of scrimmage and forced out of bounds. Gets back to the original line of scrimmage right at midfield. It'll be 3rd and 10.
And the defense, give a lot of credit to the entire defensive unit for the Bulldogs. There was a lot of scrambling, but the defensive backs maintaining their position.
Yeah, and Sierra is a backup quarterback and can't throw that football. Looked like he might have wanted to throw there for a moment.
And I think we have a holding. It was a clear holding. I didn't know if the official had seen it. There was a holding on that play. You could hear the fans yelling. It was very obvious. And Coach Brewer is going to have to make a decision. Does he take the play or does he go for the penalty? He's going to go ahead and take the penalty.
If they declined, it'd be third and about 11.
During the play, holding on 7-2 wide. It's 2nd down. Replay 2nd down.
And that will make it a 2nd. Right here, Mark, on the top of the screen, we have the privilege of seeing the holding. It was an obvious holding. It was not only a holding, it was a mugging and a grabbing. Because we're looking at the replay right in front of the official, and there's no way an official, even one that can't see, would miss something like that.
You can see the jersey stretch there as they do a sweep to the right side. This is Gaitan, big hole there, crosses midfield, and now a late flag as he goes down just inside Bulldog territory at about the 46.
There might be another either holding or a clip.
So Gaitan using some terrific speed there, and we have an official's timeout. And also a flag to sort out with 8:43 to play here in the 3rd quarter.
Another holding, Mark. And this is something that Coach Spencer Gant was concerned when I was talking to him in my pregame conference. He was saying that sometimes his own Greyhounds hurt themselves more than the defense does, and these 2 back-to-back holding penalties hurting the Greyhounds.
Coach Spencer Gant in his 5th year as head coach of the Greyhounds. Excuse me, 8:43 to play here in the third quarter. And I imagine the Bulldogs will take this penalty. This will move the ball all the way back into Greyhound territory at their 43-yard line.
And because it was a spot foul, we have an unusual 2nd and 18.
Yeah, they actually gained 6 yards and then lost 10. That's the 5th Greyhound penalty. It's now 2nd and 18. They run this to the right side. Quarterback once again. Don't get much.
No, that was a picture-perfect defensive play by Cody Rodriguez. His first responsibility as an outside linebacker was making sure that Dylan Castillo did not go around him. And he did that, fended off the blocker, and was also able to come in and make a tackle.
I don't know, that towel helped there. Yeah, Cody Rodriguez, a sophomore linebacker, has those senior instincts, though. And Castillo on 3rd and 16, flushed out of the pocket, tries to run up to about the 48 and brought down by, looks like, Edgar Yanis.
And Paul Selinsky again on the assist. Yanis hustling from the opposite side as a linebacker.
See the Bulldog offense getting ready to go back out there. See guys with a 3 in your foreground. He's caught 1 touchdown pass tonight. This will be the 4th punt for San Benito. They did have a fake punt late in the first half.
And I do think the play clock ran down.
If so, it'd be the 3rd penalty on this drive against San Benito if that's the case.
Or the Bulldogs might have had an extra player in.
That's a 5-yard penalty.
And that's going to be a 5-yard penalty against the Bulldogs. Too many players. A late substitution penalty.
It'll still be 4th down, 4th and 8 now. And San Benito looks like they will still be punting the football. There you can see number 8, Ryan Puente, back to receive. The punter is number 89, Alberto Cardenas, as Puente goes down quickly after fielding the punt, but there is a flag.
Jonathan Alegría on that tackle. All of a sudden, we're just starting to see a lot of those yellow hankies.
This one's against the Bulldogs. That'll be their 5th penalty.
And it's been a while since the Bulldog offense has been on the field. All the time, you're at halftime, and then at least 5 minutes here to begin this half. We had actually in that last penalty, we had another easy call for the officials. We had a block on the back. There's no way any official would have missed that call.
So 6:56 to play in the third quarter. The Bulldogs all the way back inside their own 10. And quarterback Hover wants to keep on this one and breaks a couple of tackles across the 20. Has the first down across the 25. Out of bounds at the 26. An excellent return there of 17 yards. And the Bulldogs now well over 200 yards. That puts them at 216.
And I think Coach Brewer was complaining that he felt that Hovar was already out of bounds. And they pushed him after he was out of bounds. But they have another penalty on this play, and maybe that's what Coach Brewer was complaining about.
My goodness, we've seen a lot of penalty flags here in this third quarter. Just a little over 5 minutes old.
And maybe this is not the type of penalties that should be happening in week 7.
During the play,
I was going to say that.
On the offense, it's still first down.
Another penalty hurting the offense.
And this will move it all the way back to the 7-yard line.
And also a spot foul, and that's why now we have a 1st and 12 at the 7-yard line.
So quarterback back to throw, has time, throws it over the middle, it's incomplete. Intended for Gomez.
That was close to being intercepted. Good defensive play by Isaac Osorio for the Greyhounds. I didn't think the Bulldogs would be throwing this deep in their own territory, especially since they were very successful on the runs.
There's see on the replay.
Fortunate for Omar, he underthrew it or it would have been intercepted.
So 2nd down and 12. As they hand this off to Rodriguez, sweep to the right, gets through the line of scrimmage, spins his way at the 15, but then wrapped up. And to get maybe to the 16-yard line. And it looked like he was brought down in part by 24, Nathan Morales. A couple of other Greyhound defenders in there. On the 96, Ricardo Rodriguez.
A gain of about 9 yards on that play by Rodriguez. And Rodriguez has used that spin 360-degree turn to his advantage. So it's a 3rd and 3 for the Bulldogs.
Kind of become his signature move, hasn't it? 3rd down and 3 after the run by Rodriguez. They hand it off to him. Delayed draw, has the 1st down, hit at the 20, up to the 21-yard line. A 5-yard pickup on 3rd and 3, and the Bulldogs keep the drive alive.
An excellent job on the right side of the Bulldog offensive line. Jacob Amar and Jose Reyes doing a good job of at least giving Ricky Rodriguez a breathing room. Rodriguez wasn't hit until after he had the 1st down.
Brandon Quaddis, one of the tacklers on that play. 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs, their own 21. Handoff Rodriguez, hit in the backfield, spins his way forward, and picks up some yards there up to about the 24. Be a gain of 3 on the play.
Rodriguez with a short gain, but what was important on that play, Mark, is that he got hit about 4 yards in the backfield, and he was able to evade the tackle and still was able to gain at least a yard as Chris Padilla was right on top of Rodriguez as soon as he got the handoff.
Kind of a pistol formation as Hover fakes the handoff and runs up the middle, breaks a tackle, and he's off to the races, going at the midfield. He's turning it on at the 30, sprinting away from the defense, and Hover's in for the touchdown. Unbelievable, a 76-yard run for the junior quarterback.
The fake, Mark, the fake, we'll take a look at the replay. He's just got excellent hands, the ability to execute a fake. Once he does that, unbelievable, what was that, an 80-yard run?
Yeah, 76 yards.
76 yards, and Big Mac is happy.
Big Mac loves to see that. That was Hover's 7th rushing touchdown of the season. He's had a direct hand in all 4 Mackay touchdowns tonight. 3 touchdown passes as the extra point snap is botched and picked up by Moya, who tries to run in for 2, make something out of nothing, and will be tackled in the backfield, so the extra point try is no good. Mackay 27, San Benito 14. I was going to say Hover 3 touchdown passes and now a touchdown run has factored in all 4 Mackay scores tonight as we take another look at this nifty 76-yard run.
Very nifty. He also broke a couple of tackles. Actually, he broke like 2 tackles. And after that, it was pretty much his legs. He was kind of slowing down towards the end. Once he knew he had a touchdown, he was kind of running out of gas and jumping all over the place in the end zone. And she should. Hovar having an excellent game. There's no doubt. He's got a good opportunity of being a first-team all-district quarterback.
Indeed he does.
He came to the sideline and he looks a little gassed, but he's happy. He'll take that anytime. Coming into his run tonight.
Yeah, he had a 67-yard run in the first half that set up a touchdown pass to Hilgenfeld, and now this 76-yard one for Paydirt. So those 2 runs, that's over about 135 yards on just those 2 carries. probably at least 160 or so tonight. Here's the kickoff fielded at the goal line by the Greyhounds. Run it back across the 10. That's Vasquez. Will be collared down and pulled down at about the 17-yard line. Good coverage there by the Mackay defense.
Ruben Gutierrez, sophomore on the tackle. We talked about the matchup between the quarterbacks, and although Dylan Castillo is doing a good job of managing, Hobart has had an outstanding night, not only with a couple of touchdown passes, but with his legs.
So 4:52 to play third quarter. Mackay 27, San Benito 14. And the Greyhounds first and 10 at their own 17-yard line. As this looks like Vasquez running across to the left side. He brought down by a couple of Bulldogs, including Ayala and Martinez.
Garces also assisting on that play.
Armando Garces has had a very good night there as a defensive back for the Bulldogs. They're going to give him a 9-yard gain there. So second down and 1. And this is an option to the left side. Vasquez again has the first down, is bounced out of bounds near the 40.
On the tackle, Andrew Martinez. And this defense, Mark, for the Bulldogs, they look like they do give up a lot of yards. Sometimes they give up a lot of big plays. And you think that they were giving away a lot of points, and actually they've only given away 7 points tonight.
Yeah, that was on the special teams as well. So
they're doing a fantastic job.
Yeah, 7 on special teams and 7 on defense.
Correct.
Yeah. You're right. As Castillo around to the left side, barely turns the corner before he's pulled down by Zielinski.
And Nick Garcia coming in from his middle linebacker position. Gain of only 3 yards with less than 4 minutes. This is an important drive for the Greyhounds. But all night long, they've been hanging around. And when they needed a play, they got that kickoff return for a touchdown. And when they needed another play, they got that touchdown right before halftime.
And with 11 seconds left before the break. And here's a fair pass to the right side. It's been an effective play all night for these Greyhounds. And this, the first catch of the evening there for number 8, Joshua Rangel, senior receiver.
And I do believe we have another flag. No, it's not a flag, although we see the sign of flag. That's my fault. Actually, the officials were looking to see they needed to mark or bring in a chain crew to see they had a first down, because it's a 3rd and 1.
And they are 4 for 11 on third downs this evening. Just over 33%. 3rd and 1. They're going to hand this off to Sieta running around the left side. The Bulldogs string it out. Sieta tries to surge forward. Looks like he might have enough for the first down, but not much more as he's brought down about the 49. Ayala in there on the tackle along with middle linebacker Nick Garcia.
He definitely got maybe an extra yard for that first down. If we take a look at the Bulldog student section cheering away.
Four first downs here in this third quarter for the Greyhounds. They hand this off, going right side and into Bulldog territory. And the ball is stripped away from Vasquez, and it's Mackay football. Ball stripped away just as Vasquez was going down, and Ayala recovers the loose ball. It's the first turnover on the night against the Greyhounds.
Not only did Ayala cost the fumble, he recovered the fumble. He actually went for the ball. Instead of going for the tackle, he went for the strip, and it worked to perfection. As we take a look at the replay, he did a good job of just going for the ball as the football player was going down, and he ended up with a reward.
And you can see Vasquez actually fell on top of a Bulldog defender, and that's why he wasn't technically down when the ball was pulled out. Here's Rodriguez with some spin moves. Looking good here at the 50 as he has a first down and more deep into Greyhound territory before he's knocked out of bounds around the 35-yard line.
Is Ricky Rodriguez an exciting running back or what? I mean, the fans got all excited on that run. He did that spin move we talk about as we have the privilege of seeing the replay. The run was meant to go up the middle, and he got nothing there, and he put a spin move on a defensive player for the Greyhounds that he'll never forget. And once he was in open field, he also hit. He's actually the one putting in the punishment at the end of the play.
So they're going to hand off Rodriguez, trying to the right side over right tackle. Has some room up across the 35 to about the 33, and after that 22-yard run, he picks up 4.
Rodriguez is a type of running back, as we have an isolation view to the right side. He gained at least 4 yards on that play, but the previous play marked a highlight reel for Rodriguez, and anytime you can get your fans on your side excited and standing and yelling, you know that we have a special runner on the field.
And a good block on that last play by 66 Jacob Ahmad in there at the guard. They hand this off Rodriguez again, trying to dance his way forward, but this time can't find a partner as he loses yardage back to the 36. That'll bring up the long 3rd down.
And a San Benito player was kind of taunting Ricky there, saying, hey, we finally got you after what he's done all night.
Yeah, I don't know if you want to be taunting a guy who's had already a 44-yard run and a 22-yard run just a moment ago. The Bulldogs as a team at 323 yards, still a minute 20 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Here's a Hover. Rollout pass is thrown and picked off by San Benito's Nathan Morales.
That is the first interception of the year for Fred Hover.
Well, Mackay still leading 27-14 with a minute 12 to go here in the 3rd quarter as the Bulldogs, having successful with the run, then do play action. Hover rolling out to throw. And it seemed like he had time and everything, but good coverage. This was intended for Hilgenfeld, the tight end. Good coverage there by Morales, the safety, who picks it off. That's the 2nd Bulldog turnover. San Benito 1st and 10 at their own 16. Castillo runs forward and across the 20 up to about the 23.
Castillo on the quarterback option to the left side has the opportunity to either do a pitch out or keep it himself. Decided to make the right decision by keeping it himself.
And here on 2nd down and 4, they're going to hand this off to Sierra going left side. Has the 1st down, hit at the 30 by Garces. Also number 20 Gutierrez in there on the tackle. But a 1st down there for San Benito.
The Garces and Gutierrez combination, the G team.
This ball will be a 9-yard pickup to the 31-yard line. San Benito with 151 yards rushing in this game, which is normally pretty good, but the Bulldogs at 323.
And this should be the last play of the 3rd quarter.
Clock is running at 24 seconds and counting. New set of downs here for San Benito. And Castillo fakes the handoff, tries to go up the middle. Bulldogs wrap it up. Garces is there, Nick Garcia is there. 2 or 3 more teammates for the Bulldogs. I think Rodriguez there, 46, also on the player. Well, that's Garcia. And 48 is a new player. That's Daniel Vega in there. So that's the end of the 3rd quarter. And the score, Mcallen High Bulldogs 27, San Benito 14. We'll be back with the 4th quarter in just a moment. You're watching Football Night in Mcallen right here on MITV.
This
back
is a
here.
nice view, Mark, of the moon. The moon is out. What a nice graphic that shows us the weather. We have cloudy conditions, temperature 83, 67% humidity, and the wind out of the southeast at 10 miles per hour. Can I make it as a weatherman, Mark?
Yeah, I think so. You got a feature there. Got a full moon out tonight. A lot of Bulldogs barking at that moon as Castillo runs this ball in the first play of the 4th quarter across the 40 up to about the 42 and close to a Greyhound 1st down. This drive started for San Benito back at their own 16 after their defensive back Nathan Morales picked off a Bulldog pass. San Benito down by 13 points as we start the fourth quarter.
And there's still plenty of time for the Greyhounds. They still have a whole quarter just down 13 points.
Greyhounds, by the way, did pick up a first down. 10-yard run there by their quarterback Castillo. Castillo fakes the handoff, wants to throw a big Bulldog blitz as he's flushed out, running to his left now, has room, is hit in the open field and surges ahead into Bulldog territory to about the 46.
And Andrew Martinez did a good job of waiting for Castillo, but you got to feel sorry for the defensive backs, as Castillo, when he went back, didn't find anybody, did a good job of not being sacked, but with full momentum, he just lowered the boom, and poor Andrew Martinez couldn't do anything but just wait for the hit and make the tackle.
So first down and 10 after the 14-yard run, and here's Vasquez to the right side, has that speed, turns the corner, and is close to another first down before he's dragged down by Ayala. But I think that's going to move the chains once again, a 10-yard pickup to the 36.
And the Bulldog defense having problems stopping the Greyhounds, but this has kind of been the script for the whole game, Mark. The Bulldogs give up 8 yards here, 10 yards here, a couple of first downs here, and once the Greyhounds get close to red zone territory, that's when the Bulldogs begin to make the plays.
Yeah, Bulldogs only giving up 16 points a game this season, although they are ranked 7th in the district in terms of yardage allowed. Here's an option to Vasquez, a big run across the 20. It was Sierra who tossed it to him, and that's the first time that Sierra has tossed it tonight. They've run that option several times, and the first time he's pitched it out there to Vasquez, and this time he goes for big yardage again. They're inside the Bulldog 20 at the 17-yard line. 19-yard pickup.
19-yard pickup on a gimmick, kind of like a gimmick play. A handoff and then a pitch out.
19 yards, and San Benito now over 200 yards rushing for the game. They're at 203. They're going to pistol formation. They're going to hand this off to the tailback going left side, crossing the 10, picks up a block downfield and is in for the touchdown. And that's the first carry of the night for Ricky Garcia, who's a wide receiver. They lined him up at tailback, so another bit of gadgetry there for San Benito, and it pays off. A 17-yard run there for the wide receiver, Ricky Garcia.
And Ricky Garcia didn't even look like a wide receiver on that play. He actually looked like a running back. He was very patient. He allowed for the blockers to do their job, and all he did was run into the end zone, basically untouched. Good patience shown by Garcia. The extra point
is good. Alberto Cardenas is 3 for 3 tonight with 10:14 to play here in the fourth quarter. Mac High 27, San Benito 21. Greyhounds continue to hang on as we take another look at this touchdown run by Ricky Garcia.
Ricky Garcia, I think he's going to make a name for himself and maybe go up to Coach Gadd and say, hey, Coach, this is what I'm capable of doing. His first carry of the game, he scores a touchdown. I was impressed by his patience. He allowed for the blockers to do their job. And Mark, we do have a 27-21 game with 10 minutes and 14 seconds to go in the fourth quarter. The Greyhounds, if you were to look at the entire game, they look like they have been outplayed, but yet they're hanging around. And anytime you give a team an opportunity to hang around, you better be careful at the end of the game.
84 yards and 8 plays, that drive there for the Greyhounds, which started on an interception back at their own 16-yard line. We take a look at the San Benito Greyhound dance team there. Greyhounds getting ready to kick this off. Alberto Cardenas with the kickoff. Going to be fielded at the 7, right down the middle. That's Ricky Rodriguez. Dances at the 20, across the 25, and up to about the 29-yard line. Good little return there of about 22 yards. The Bulldogs still leading 27-21. They've led throughout this game, but San Benito has managed to hang in there. 10:07 to play in the game.
And the Bulldog offense is once again going to be looked upon to try and to keep control of this game. They are playing with a lot of confidence. Anytime you have a quarterback like Fred Hover, he is playing with a lot of confidence.
I'll give you a score update here in just a moment as Hover hands this off to Rodriguez going left side. Has room there. First down and more across the 40 up to about the 41. Brought down by Morales. A nice 12-yard pickup there and a first down for the Bulldogs.
And this is what makes Ricky Rodriguez a running back that he is. He has great vision. Play looks like it's meant to be between the tackle, but he spots nothing there and he breaks it to the outside and gains enough yards for a first down.
So we have a pistol formation as they hand this off. Rodriguez gets short yardage up to about the 43. Gain of 2 on the play. Score update here for you, Mario, as Mcallen Memorial and PSJA North are playing this evening here on October 18th, and Memorial now leads the Raiders 52-15 with late third quarter. Trevor Spates has 256 yards rushing in that game.
I was just going to say I expected Trevor to have something in that neighborhood.
And here's Rencones on 2nd and 9 up to about the 45-yard line. Another 2-yard pickup.
That makes it a 3rd and 7, and this is going to be a big call for Coach Kevin Brewer. A 3rd and 7. Last time Hover put it in the air, it was an interception. Look for some kind of rollout for Hover, where he would maybe have the option of throwing or running.
Well, he's going to fake the handoff, roll out to his right. Now he's being chased, going to keep it now, wants to run it up across midfield, dodges one tackler into San Benito territory, a first down, and they'll move the chains.
Well, I'm glad Coach Brewer listened to me, even though we're not connected with the headphones, but that's exactly what Hover did. You want to put the ball and the decision in the hands of Hover. With that fake handoff up the middle, he was able to buy some time, but Hover did a good job of evading a tackle in the backfield that would have prevented the first down. Did a good job of going downfield for a first down.
There they go, 1st and 10. Here's Rodriguez looking for some space and can't find any as he maybe picks up a yard.
It's real interesting that every time Rodriguez carries the ball, it seems like there's always a lot of players around him. You'll have 5 or 6 Mcallen offensive players in the vicinity, and you always have 4 or 5 defensive players in the vicinity. There's another shot of that great moon.
Oh, yes, and by the way, this moon here on this October 18th will be partially blocked by the Earth's shadow, which means that they'll have a partial lunar eclipse, which is always exciting to watch. That's according to space.com, so keep an eye out for that if you're watching this game or hearing this game on valleycentral.com. So always interesting with you see the moon, and that's when the Earth basically comes in between the moon and the sun. So you have the moon on one side, the sun on the opposite end, the Earth in between, and so it's the Earth itself that causes the shadow on the moon.
I'm glad, Mark, you paid attention in your science classes back in high school.
Also, Dr. Jocko at Pan American, my astronomy professor. And the incomplete pass intended for Ryan Puente, and that was a 4th down, by the way.
And another decision.
Excuse me, third down, and now that brings up a 4th down, and like you said, decision time.
Decision time for Coach Brewer, and I think Brewer will probably punt, and he is going to punt, even though the yardage that they'll probably gain on this might not be much. He does have a lot of confidence in his defense. And there's some confusion by the punting team, and that is going to force Coach Brewer to call a timeout that I hope doesn't come back to hurt him. Or was that a timeout by the Greyhounds?
Yeah, I think the Greyhounds called it. I think they had some confusion out there as well, and of course we've seen the Bulldogs have run fake punts successfully a couple of times this year. I think the Greyhounds were aware of that and decided immediately, let's just call a timeout, as we see Ricky Rodriguez there on the sideline.
He looks like he needs a little rest. He looks like he's kind of gassed. And speaking about gas, Mark, I wanted to ask you, since you're a science guy, is how many states in the United States, when you go gas up, there's gas attendants that will put the gas in for you?
How many states?
in the United States.
I didn't think anybody did that anymore.
Well, I'm telling you what, I'm going to give you a little science lesson. There's
Okay.
actually 2 states, New Jersey and Oregon. And I know about Oregon because when I traveled in the summer, I was surprised that they didn't let me gas up in Oregon.
Wow, they actually have so one on each coast. And here they do run a fake.
What
and
a
they hand
play.
this off up the middle. Big hole there for the Bulldogs. And this is going to go for a touchdown. Third time this year the Bulldogs have faked it on a 4th down. And each time successful, but never more successful than that. A big touchdown run there for the Bulldogs. Marcus Correa.
And Mark, this must be a Coach Brewer special that he had up his sleeve because I've never seen this kind of fake. I really would like to see it again. It surprised me. And Big Mac.
Big Mac on the attack. He likes that one.
Big Mac is out.
4th down and 6 from the Greyhound 38-yard line. And they fake the punt even after the Greyhound timeout. Now that's pretty bold right there. The Greyhounds had called timeout, and I'm sure they warned their players, watch for the fake. And even still, the Bulldogs had some razzle-dazzle there in the backfield. I think it went to the up back, who handed it off to Correa, and Correa had a big hole. And you can see they go for 2 here, and Rodriguez is in, just surging in behind that beefy offensive line, and in for the 2-point conversion. So with 7:07 to play here in the 4th quarter, Mackay 35, San Benito 21. The Bulldogs have restored their 2-touchdown lead. Here's another look at the touchdown. You're going to see this goes to Ricky Rodriguez, running left, hands it off right, kind of a counter play there to Correa, who had nothing but open space and clear pastures there. 38 yards to the end zone.
If you ever want to see a perfect call, it was right there. Mark, I can see why they snapped it to Ricky Rodriguez, because anytime he has the ball and he starts to run, you know there's going to be 11 defensive players going for him. And then on the counter, they give the ball to Correa, and nobody expected that. I know I didn't expect that, and it was a pretty much, what a beautiful call. I have to say that is the call of the year of all the games I've seen. The risk of making it happen there, because they don't make it, that they give a good position for the Greyhounds. So what a call.
Yep, you see a player getting stretched out by one of the trainers there on the sideline. That was Ricky Rodriguez, the running back. And here's a short kickoff fielded at the Greyhound 22. It's going to be run up to about the 30 and then falling forward to about the 31-yard line. On the return there is Ricky Garcia. And San Benito will have good field position, but clock a little bit of a factor now. You're down 2 touchdowns and there's 7 minutes to play.
Yes, Mark, and I don't know, but I'm going to go ahead and do this, Mark. I don't know if coaches get a dog bone, but in that last call, that last fake by Coach Brewer, as there was a penalty offsides by the kicking team, but that last call by Coach Brewer, he deserves a dog bone so he can put on his cap.
Well, I would think as the former interim athletic director, you'd have the authority to issue any dog bone.
I guess I'm going to talk to Paula, athletic director Paula Gonzalez, see if she can do that in her weekly Tuesday meetings, because that's just a fantastic call. And it goes in line with our philosophy in our district. He was a risk taker, of which we are an IB school district, which what does that mean?
Yeah, International Baccalaureate, globally recognized curriculum that Mcallen School District adopted back in 2001, the first Valley school to adopt the IB curriculum, offer the IB diploma as an option for high school graduates.
I'm going to have to call Dr. Ponce. Maybe Dr. Ponce, our superintendent of schools, can go and present the dog bone for Coach Brewer.
Oh, yes. And, speaking of successful programs, that IB program with almost a 99% success rate with its diploma program over 11 years. Pretty amazing. And they have to do the kickoff once more, as there was a penalty against the Bulldogs, and it's fielded again by Ricky Garcia, who gets maybe a few additional yards here.
So setting the table for the 4th quarter with 6 minutes and 53 seconds to go, the Greyhounds are now down by 14, and pretty much they have to make something happen here. And because they're down 14 points, it's pretty much they need to score a touchdown.
Yeah, they need two touchdowns here. Less than 7 minutes. They have 2 timeouts to work with. They do pick up 11 yards in the difference between the 2 kickoffs there. So 1st and 10, the Greyhound 42. They toss this to the left side, get up to about the 45-yard line. That looks like Vasquez.
And Zielinski.
Yep, tackled by Zielinski. Vasquez loses his helmet there. He was the one with the 98-yard kickoff return earlier in this game. Has a 3-yard pickup there.
And the Greyhound attack really is not in the air, and that's how you can have some quick scores. So if they continue to run the ball, they also continue to run the clock.
It starts to work against you a little bit here. They have to get out of their comfort zone a little bit as they run this to Guetta, surging ahead up to near midfield.
And that's this.
3rd and short.
That's this in on a quick tackle. And with those 2 carries, it brings down the clock under 6 minutes to go.
So 3rd down and 4. They were 5 for 12 on thirds. They hand this off Vasquez, and looks like he has some good blocking there. Picks up the 1st down, spins his way forward, and gets out of bounds to stop the clock. Or now they're going to say keep the clock going, although it will stop anyway as they move the chains and then pick up again in a moment. So it stops at 5:44. And the Greyhounds continue to move the football.
Gabriel Vasquez doing a good job all night. He's only a junior. The only mistake he did on that after the hard run, he should have run out of bounds.
Yeah, Greyhounds up to 235 yards on the ground in this game as they pitch this one out to the left. That's Vasquez again. A stiff arm in the backfield, but no problem there for Andrew Martinez, who just slides into him anyway and pulls him down for a loss of yards back to the Bulldog 43. Loss of 4 on the play.
Andrew Martinez making a play when he needed to make a play. He almost got face masked, but that's the kind of play that we know Deion Sanders, former Cowboy, didn't like to make. He's a great coverage man, but he didn't like to come up and make tackles.
Used to call those business decisions. Didn't want to risk getting injured and thus lose money. And here's a big run for Castillo up the middle, trying to churn his way forward as Garces has to pull him down at the 25, a gain of 18 on that play. San Benito picks up their 17th first down in this game, having terrific success here on the ground, but it is at a cost as the clock continues to run. Castillo options it out right side. Vasquez flushed back in, gets up to the 21, a gain of 4. Stopped by a couple of Bulldogs, including Ayala.
David Ayala having a big game. We've called his name at least 10 times tonight.
I think 35 Victor Juarez might have been in there as well.
And anytime you stop the running attack, it allows for the clock to continue to run.
Clock at 4:20 and counting. Greyhounds down by 2 touchdowns as Guetta surges ahead up near the 15. Gain of 6 on the play. Going to bring up 3rd down and 1.
And now the clock shows 4 minutes to go in the game.
Imagine this 2-down territory here for the Greyhounds at this point. Shotgun formation. Quarterback Dillon fakes it and keeps it himself, runs ahead, breaks a tackle, and charges forward. The ball comes loose. Ball is loose in the end zone and recovered by Correa for the Bulldogs. And now they're signaling touchback. I think the quarterback Castillo is arguing that he was down. He was trying to dive for the end zone. And the ball appeared to bounce out as he hit the turf. And we'll have to see what the officials call here. I think the officials are still talking it over at the goal line. You can see the disbelief of the Greyhound fans there. This could basically decide the game. There's the Bulldog coaching staff. And you see the officials still conferring there near the goal line. Now one official there did signal touchback. But now let's see what the explanation is. And as soon as we see the explanation, we'll take a look at the replay.
The ruling on the field is the ball was fumbled prior to breaking the plane and recovered by the defense. It's a touchback.
And it was ruled a fumble. It was ruled a fumble. It's unfortunate for Dylan Castillo. you got to give him credit. Made a fine run. If you take a look at the replay, there was a nice fake up the middle, and Dylan Castillo put on some good moves, good effort, kept his balance, and when he lunges into the end zone, it looked like he had the fumble. Something else that would have come into that play would have been that if his knee was on the ground before he fumbled.
Yeah, it did appear from that initial look that he may have been down before the ball came out, and they were ruling there that the ball did not cross the plane and therefore was not a touchdown before it came loose. Ball came loose, bounced into the end zone, recovered by the Bulldogs, Marcus Correa, and it becomes a touchback possession Bulldogs. So that a backbreaker there for the Greyhounds with 3.5 minutes to go. They're still down by 2 touchdowns and have 2 timeouts to work with, but they need to get the ball back. We're going to take another look at another angle here as you see him dive valiantly from the 5-yard line.
And there's no doubt, Mark, there's no doubt that the ball never crossed the end zone before he fumbled. The question would have been if his knee was down. But of course, we have instant replay up here, slow motion instant replay. And since that play happened so fast, the officials could have been looking for the ball to see where the ball was. And if you're looking for the ball, you're not going to be looking for the knee. And I think the coach was probably arguing that he felt that the ball was already crossed the end zone, which it wasn't. If we take a look at the replay, the ball was never past the end zone, and I think that's what the coach was arguing about, other than the knee being down.
So a tough break for the Greyhounds as the Bulldogs on 3rd and 8 try for the screen pass, goes incomplete, and I think that might have been a business decision there by the quarterback Hover, as that play looked bad from the start and throws it into the feet of the intended receiver Gonzalez, and the Bulldogs will punt the football with just under 3 minutes.
Mark, basically the whole offensive possession didn't look good because of that drop pass. It stopped the clock, so it saves a timeout for the Greyhounds.
Bulldogs up 35-21. 4th down and 8. Bulldogs punting the football. Greyhounds put on the rush, but they get the ball off. This takes a Bulldog bounce into Greyhound territory, goes out at the 41-yard line, and San Benito still needs 2 touchdowns in the last 2:49. They're at their own 41 with 2:49 to go. They have 2 timeouts to work with. Give you some total. San Benito with 273 yards rushing in this game, 54 through the air. Mackay at 396 yards on the ground, 75
and we talked about that at the beginning of the game, Mark, the Mackay offense.
And here on 1st and 10, they pass this out to the right side, and this is going to go down inbounds as it's caught there by, looks like 19 Medrano.
First down. Mark, this defense for the Bulldogs, like you said, they give up a lot of yards, but they don't let you score.
Yeah, 2 turnovers on each team tonight, and both of them have been costly for both sides. As we see Gaitan now on the left side picks up about 2 yards.
Nick Garcia hustling from his middle linebacker position for that tackle.
A hurry-up offense here for the Greyhounds. They send a man in motion to the right side. That's Christian Guerra. We told you he could throw. He throws this one, and it's caught down at the 20 and out of bounds. A first down for the Greyhounds. That's Medrano with the 30-yard catch down to the Bulldog 20-yard line.
And in the San Benito Greyhound, it was a lateral.
Yeah, Sierra threw the ball. He's the backup quarterback, actually. He plays running back there behind Castillo.
On the lateral to Sierra, and then the completion by Sierra. The good news is that the ball, the carrier went out of bounds, so the Greyhounds save a timeout. With 2 minutes to go, they can score a touchdown here. It could be interesting on an onside kick.
3 receivers left, 1 to the right. 1 man in the backfield, that's Sierra, with the quarterback, Castillo, who tries a flare pass intended for Gaitan that goes incomplete. The Greyhounds had 44 yards passing in the first half. They've had 51 yards passing in the second half. But a big 29-yard completion a moment ago to Medrano. that gives them life here at the Bulldog 20 with 2:09 to play. Second down and 10. Steele fakes the handoff. Plenty of time over the middle and juggled and incomplete. Almost a sensational catch. Would have been an awesome catch there for number 8, Joshua Rangel, but unable to hang on to the football.
Still second down.
We heard an official's call there. Was that offside?
Yes, I do believe we have an onside, but that was almost a fabulous catch by Joshua Rangel. We still got 2 minutes to go in this game.
That was against the Bulldogs. So second and 10 becomes second and 5. They get the down back. There's an option to the right side. That's Sierra with a lot of room at the 10. Picks up a downfield block and in for the touchdown. Medrano with the downfield block and Sierra with a 15-yard run for the touchdown.
And Mark, if they score this extra point, regardless if they do or don't, they're going to be down by a touchdown. And that was one of our keys to the game. The game is actually going to come down to one of our keys to the game, which was special teams.
There we go, Cardenas to attempt the extra point. Up, and it is good. And let me correct myself, that's actually number 84, Alejandro Lugo with the extra point. The score, Mackay 35, San Benito 28. So we take another look at the touchdown.
Good pitch out.
Yeah, Sierra had picked up a nice downfield block there by Medrano.
There is a flag.
Flag at the 4-yard line. It was against Mackay, and it's declined because the extra point was good. And so the score now 35 to 28. San Benito has cut into just a one-score game with a minute 56 to go.
And you can bet that Coach Brewer has his hands team in on this, because we're going to have an onside kick. I don't believe you can kick it off with a minute 56 seconds to go and with 2 timeouts.
Oh, here's a scoring update for you in the fourth quarter. Memorial 61, PSJA North 15, and then a final score. Weslaco beats Weslaco East 35-21. So East winning the first ever battle between those two last year, and the Panthers getting a little bit of revenge this year and remaining undefeated in district. So the Panthers improved to 5-0 in the district, and Mackay can stay even with them if they hold on for the win here tonight.
And I don't think the PSJA schools want to see Mcallen Memorial, because every time they play them, they score in the 60s.
And here's a kind of a pooch kick that's going to sail way out of bounds.
Not good.
Yeah, I think they were trying to maybe kick that one a little too hard there. That goes way out of bounds. They're not really an onside kick attempt. It was popped high in the air over the Mackay hands team. Goes out, and it'll be Mackay football. No time ticked off the clock. Still showing minute 56. Greyhounds have 2 timeouts. Mackay has all 3. And more importantly, Mackay 35 and Greyhounds 28.
Illegal procedure on the kicking team. First and 10, 30-yard line.
Well, with a minute 56 seconds to go, it's going to come down to, can the Bulldogs get at least 1 first down?
Yeah, we'll see how the Greyhounds do here, and I imagine Mackay will be handing this off. They hand this off to Rodriguez, going left side, hit in the backfield by Juarez, and then brought down at about the line of scrimmage.
I think everybody knows who's going to be getting the ball. And with that in mind, don't be surprised if Coach Brewster utilizes Coach Brewer. If Coach Brewer utilizes, as we take a look at Coach Brewer, if he utilizes Ricky Rodriguez as a decoy and see what Hobart can do on a run.
So Benito still holding on to the timeout, 2nd and 10. Here's Rodriguez again, up for a gain of about 2, maybe 2.5. It'll be 3rd down and long, and San Benito uses a timeout. That's the 2nd Greyhound timeout, the minute 11 to go in the game. Mackay 35, San Benito 28. Now, San Benito had an apparent tying touchdown on the very last play of the first half when they recovered a fumble at midfield, ran it back about 50 yards for an apparent touchdown, but fell back into an illegal block.
Stay inbound. Okay.
And that is the difference right now.
And Mark, with a 3rd and 7 at the 33, do you go with the safe handoff up the middle to Ricky Rodriguez? Or do you put it in the hands of Hovar, who has had success?
Well, before I answer that, first know that you can buy tickets to home varsity football games here in Mcallen ISD at mcallenisd.org/athletics. That's right, you can buy them online, just like your plane tickets or your movie tickets. You can buy home varsity football games for the Warriors, the Bulldogs, and the Mustangs at mcallenisd.org/athletics. What exciting football it is here in Mcallen. Here's Hovar, Hovar going to keep it, but we have a whistle. I think you were right there, Mario. It was Hovar. They'd like to go with Hovar on that 3rd down play. But I think the Bulldogs started early.
On the offense, can you reset the clock to 1 minute and 11 seconds? 1 minute and 11 seconds, please.
The Bulldogs, who had 3 penalties in the first half, have picked up 6 here in this second half.
And now that changes the game plan here.
Yeah, even though it's going to go to 3rd and 7 up there, that'll be 3rd and 12 now. I still think you keep the ball on the ground, force the Greyhounds to use their last time out. Snap to Hover. He wants to throw it, has time. Thinking about running. Now he throws it, and it's incomplete. He had an open man. It was intended for Justin Gonzalez. And it goes incomplete, and that'll stop the clock at 1:03. So the Greyhounds keep that last time out in their pocket, and the punting unit comes on.
And that's a gutsy call. Didn't work. All it did was it saves a timeout for the Greyhounds. Look out, because the Greyhounds have been getting close to blocking a punt.
They have, and they rush, looks like they rush 8 players, almost get there, but they do get the punt off. Greyhounds get away from it, and the Bulldogs touch it down at about the Greyhound 27-yard line. So the Greyhounds will have the football 73 yards away from the end zone with 53.9 seconds to go.
And I think they're going to talk to the player for the Mackay. The ball bounced up in the air, and that's a live ball. The clock keeps running, but once he touched it, they have to stop the clock. If he let it bounce, maybe they could have saved another 2 or 3 seconds. So it's a 1st and 10 with 53.9 seconds to go. The Greyhounds still have an opportunity.
The Greyhounds at their own 27. Bulldogs go into kind of a prevent defense. They're going to rush 4. Castillo back to throw. Throws toward the right sideline. It's caught and then out of bounds. That stops the clock. Caught by Medrano. And I believe that is enough for a 1st down. He picked up 12 yards.
A gain of 11 on a very accurate pass by Dylan Castillo.
Castillo now over 100 yards throwing in this game. He's at 107. Has a 1st down. Dodges a rusher in the backfield. Now wants to run it across the 40 up to midfield. Shoves the ball forward. That should be an illegal forward pass as it's caught by his teammate in Bulldog territory at the 45. Caught there by Joshua Rangel, but I believe
it is
Castillo is well past the line of scrimmage.
You're right, Mark. There was 2 flags on that, and that's going to be a very big penalty.
We have an illegal forward pass. That's a 5-yard penalty and loss of down at the spot of the foul.
An illegal forward pass, I do believe, is a penalty. And is it a loss of down, Mark?
That's what I was wondering too, if it's also a loss of down. And yes, it is. Yeah. You saw the referee there put both of his hands on his head. That's a signal for loss of down. So it becomes 1st and 10 becomes 2nd and 15. as they toss this to Vasquez, and Vasquez runs ahead for a first down and gets out of bounds with 29 seconds left.
The fighting spirit of the Greyhounds. Dylan Castillo on option made the right decision to pitch it out. And the runner did what he had to do, go out of bounds. So they are now at the 38-yard line.
Yeah, pickup of 12 there. Or rather, 17. And here's a long pass down the right sideline, and it's incomplete. Correa with good defense down there, intended for Medrano. And that'll be 2nd and 10. Clock stops at 23 seconds left. They're still in Bulldog territory at the 38-yard line.
Correa, defensive back, playing the corner the way he should, was in an excellent position. 23.2 seconds to go.
Yeah, Correa, terrific clutch players at the top of your screen there. As this time Castillo rolls out left, gets rid of the football. We'll see if this is an intentional ground. You can see the Mackay coaches calling for it, and there's the flag.
There's the flag. Good call by the official.
An intentional grounding is also going to be a loss of down penalty. 18 seconds left to play. Greyhounds still have their final timeout to work with, but now moving backwards instead of forwards.
Intentional grounding on the offense.
It is intentional grounding, and Mark, even though it's an intentional grounding, it might not be as bad news for the Greyhounds because they say their timeout. Because Dylan Castillo actually did a good job on the snap. He almost fumbled it, but what a big play by number 62 for the Bulldogs, Mark.
Yeah, he's not on the roster, unfortunately. But good pass rush there by the defensive lineman. Here they go, 3rd and 19, 18 seconds left. Long pass down the middle, and it's intercepted by the Bulldogs at the 10-yard line. And he's tackled there, and the Bulldogs are going to win this game. Pass was overthrown for the intended receiver and picked off by the Bulldogs. I believe that was Enrique Lopez.
Enrique Lopez with a big defensive play to seal the deal for the Bulldogs. But you got to give credit to the San Benito Greyhounds. All night long, they just hung in there, and they made it interesting. I guarantee you, Coach Brewer is going to go give Coach Kent a big handshake.
Get the fuck down.
Because the Bulldogs earned this victory. The Battle of the Dogs turned out to be the Battle of the Dogs, Mark. So if you had an opportunity to buy a dog, what would you buy, a Bulldog or a Greyhound?
I think a Bulldog would be a little bit cheaper to feed, I think, and also have a smaller backyard. The Bulldogs down it, by the way. Greyhounds do not use their last time out, and the game is over. Mackay wins it 35-28. An exciting game as both teams coming in here roaring to play. The Bulldogs emerge on top, and they stay unbeaten on the year, improving to 7 wins, no losses. In the district, they are 5-0, still tied for first place with the Weslaco Panthers. San Benito falls to 3-5 overall and 3-3 in the district. They're still in the playoff chase. So hope you enjoyed it. Mackay with nearly 400 yards on the ground and touchdowns from Hilgenfeld, Moya, Gomez, and Hover and Correa. Hover with also 3 touchdown passes in this game, and you can see this big run right here that went for a touchdown. Ricky Rodriguez had a big night, also added a 2-point conversion. Escobedo had 3 extra points. And there's your Bulldogs scoring. There's the big touchdown there by Hover. 3 touchdown passes tonight and the big run. There's Ricky Garcia scoring for San Benito. Gabe Vasquez, Medrano, Garcia, and Sierra right there getting a touchdown there for San Benito. They had 4 different players find the end zone there for the Greyhounds. So that'll do it. For Mario Reyna, I'm Mark May, and all of our MITV crew, we hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you next time here on Football Night in Mcallen. Bulldogs win it 35-28. Good night.